Hello guys, this is March 23rd. Welcome back to Unstockable Trading. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please do so and let's get started. Today we'll be talking about what happened on the S&P on Thursday and Friday and what's my outlook on next week. And additional to that, we'll be looking at Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and NVDA. But first thing first, what happened on Thursday? On Thursday, our S&P, let's go to S&P, SPX, SPX. Our S&P rallied about a good like 2% on Thursday. And then I was talking about this in my group Thursday morning, like, okay guys, our bond market went up and gold in the morning went up. And then something has to give in. And then I also talk about the yield curve inversion since Monday. So the 1 month is paying more than the 1 year, the 3 years, and the 5 years. So something has to give up. And then what happened on Friday is that people finally noticed the algos finally caught up. Okay, we are selling this. So, and our bond market rallied so much since Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And eventually we know who's the loser, and S&P is the loser. So from this point on, I'll be taking a bearish stance. Why? We had this massive since December 26th. We rallied all the way out 3 months non-stop to 2650-ish. So if you ask me what the indicator this is at, if you look at the down arrow right here, we have one right here, went down 3 days in a row, one up here, went up. So for me, I'll be looking at the downside of 2750, 2775 until next week. One thing that we have to know is our expected move. So the expected move for SPX until Friday, we're looking at about 50 bucks. So Friday, March 29th, we're looking at 52 bucks expected. So we'll be looking at 52 bucks up, 52 bucks down. Yesterday, on Friday, we closed just within the lower range of the expected move. I mean, not the lower range, the middle bound of the expected move. Since we moved out so much on Thursday, we burst through the expected move, and then we came within the expected move. So what's gonna happen next week? For me, I'm taking a bearish stance. So we'll be looking at a downside to 2775, and then eventually 2725, because that's the next support we have in down to the previous March 2nd, March 8th. And one thing that I want to show you guys is this candle, this red candle right here, is a strong signal of selling pressure. Even though the MACD hasn't crossed yet, but that's okay. If we rebound on Monday, it doesn't really matter to me because I have a lot of long-term duration puts. So we'll be looking out to the downside. I'm more favoring on the downside. I mean, just look at this. We have this much room to fall and then this much room to go up. So I'm more favoring the downside. And then one thing for sure is that this candle is super strong. So expect to have some follow through, which means to the downside. And the next one, we're looking at Amazon. I believe Amazon gave up half of its whole week gain in 1 day. Amazon dropped a massive 3% on Friday. No one saw it coming. I had some Amazon put. I sold it like around like 11 or 12. I sold it when Amazon was down like 25 bucks. So sucks, but guess what? I bought it back. Why? I'm more favoring to the downside than Amazon, of course. We'll be looking at 1720, 1700. So for me, if on Monday I see Amazon bounce like 10 points, weak bounce, that's okay, because when Amazon came down this much, I'm expecting some little bounce, but that's fine. You bounce, I buy more cheaper puts. So my projection on Amazon is that we are going to come down. Oh, it's not a straight line, but it's gonna So what level I'm looking at Amazon? Previously, I remember the gap on Amazon that has to be filled, which is right here. I'll be looking at 1740-ish, and eventually come down to test the 200 days EMA at 1730. So we're looking at another 30 to 40 point drop on Amazon. My puts are, I believe, April 5th expiration. I always get 2 to 3 weeks out on my option plays. The next one, I'll be looking at Apple. Okay, Apple has some news coming out. I believe next week. I don't know which date, but they have some video conference. So again, video conference. Just think about that. And then with the video conference, when we have a new iPad came out last week, we have AirPods, which is like a disappointment. And then people is buying this rumor. And for me personally, I believe Apple is going to fill this gap at 200 points. But as for now, we are expecting some kind of pullback to 188, 186 before moving higher. Again, every single candle on Friday is the same. Huge red candle that completely engulfed the previous one. Well, not for Apple, but look at Amazon, look at SPX. The huge red candle completely engulfed the previous Thursday candle. And what does it tell me? Bearish engulfment. Is it accurate? Not always. But with my signal coming up, I think we have more room to fall to the downside. The next one we're looking at is Facebook. For Facebook, crazy action. This is the previous support at 165. We broke to 160, and then we held there and we had a bounce, right? So expect Facebook to retest the downtrend at 160-ish again. Again, if you want to buy puts, always get 2 to 3 weeks out duration. And one thing I need to add on to is the XLF, the financials. So with the XLF, look, we have a gap to fill at 25 bucks, and believe me, this thing's gonna come to 25 bucks. And I think this weights about 30+% on the S&P. So if this falls, I'm telling you, everything's gonna fall with it. Okay, the next one I'm looking at is NVDA. Took profit at 180. 2, I believe, 178 and 182. So with NVIDIA, the previous day went to 187, and then on Friday it tried to go up a little bit green, but then shut back down. NVIDIA's down $6. Personally, I'm not gonna buy NVIDIA just yet. I want to see it can go to 175, 172, and eventually we'll be targeting the upside. 195. What do we have next one? Okay, next one I'll be looking at is our bond markets. Wow, this is at all-time high, so most likely it'll keep going higher, in my opinion. Because what we know they are not going to raise interest rate. They're going to stop the reduction on balance sheet. If they stop raising the interest rate, the banks are not gonna do well. So expect XLF go down and then more money pumping into the bond. And then one thing that we have to know is look at the XLU, which is a defense sector on the S&P. Who would buy utilities when you can buy defense stocks, the financial stocks? Exactly, right? They're moving money into the XLU. So look at this rally to the upside. On the XLU is known for defensive stock on the utilities. So prepare for this to go higher. And one thing that I want to recap is the SPX. So when you look back into time on the this box right here. So yes, we passed the 2811, and then we attempted 2850 3 times. And after 2850, we're looking at like literally all-time high, 2900. So we'll be looking at this much of reward, and this much of risk, and this much of downside potential. So which one would you pick? Like, yeah, maybe we can go back a little bit, but my eventual decision is on the downside. So again, if you want to make money, I think it is the time to short. This market is being a long time for the bulls, and now the bears are coming in. It's springtime. Come on, the bears coming back. So we need to make sure this thing. I'm pretty sure we are going to come to the downside next week, and the week on too. So again, 27.75, 27.20. I don't really think we can go to 26 or even 25, 24, 23. I don't think so, but 2700 is a level that we are going to retest. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.